Yeah, man.
You do it?
Hey, we got some of these books.
Anything to say to your fans?
Hey, we're gonna make a run for Florida, man.
What do you say to the black women of Chicago?
Yo, guys. Innocent. How do you explain the video? Go ahead, Don. Go. Yeah. That's it.
Years old and living in Baltimore when I met R. Kelly in 1995. My friend Rochelle and I went to a concert that R. Kelly and LL Cool J were performing in together. Rochelle was only 15 years old. We had bought tickets to the concert and the after party as well. At the after party, Mr. Kelly pointed to us and talked to his security. He said to put us on the stage. R. Kelly asked me my name and where I was from. He also asked Rochelle and I to go to his suite at his hotel, which he said was at the High Regency Hotel in a harbor in Baltimore. He gave us the information about the suite. We took a taxi and we followed a white van in which R. Kelly was riding to that hotel. The man who let us into the room returned. He had a walkie-talkie. He said R. Kelly is getting ready to enter the room. Pull up your dresses.
What happened? So catch us up on what we know at this point.
It did. What we have learned from two sources who are familiar with the ongoings of the case is that there has been an indictment filed on Robert Sylvester Kelly, also known, of course, worldwide as the R&B singer R. Kelly. What we have learned over time is we first reported about the grand jury that had convened. We understand that that grand jury actually convened last week. It also convened this week, and that some of this has to do with the women that have come forward accusing him of some kind of sexual abuse. We also know that last week, attorney Michael Avenatti was able to hand over a tape to the state's attorney's office here in Chicago. And indeed, the Cook County State's Attorney's Office, as we understand it now from two sources, has indicted R. Kelly. We do not yet know, and we are efforting, trying to get a hold of the indictment.
In response to a request by a client back in April of last year. So across the last 10 months, we've traveled around the country. We interviewed witnesses. We dug very, very deep into this case, and we were fortunate enough to uncover this tape earlier this month. I then hand-carried the tape to Chicago. I met with Kim Fox and the people at the top of her organization, her office, and then we've worked very, very closely with them over the last 3 weeks as they put this case together and convened a grand jury, ultimately resulting in the indictment that was issued today. And this is a very satisfying day for my clients, very satisfying day for me, because R. Kelly has sexually abused young girls for over 25 years. And I'm confident that this is going to be the nail in the coffin.
You kind of sprung on the world that you had this tape. It is interesting to me.
It to continue. I worked up the courage to come forward and tell my story. A part of me always felt like maybe I did something for him to treat me that way.
I want my story to be heard so people could take this situation seriously.
But when I found out it wasn't just me,
I just don't want it to get any worse.
And it just kept going and going and going.
I just wanted to know that it's not, you're not alone. They're not alone.
It just made me furious.
I decided that enough was enough.
Can you describe
The physical abuse?